last quarter. South Australia leading by 10 points. Kenny Wheelan off for South Australia, and Russell Ebert at full forward as the tap away comes. Cassidy to Mobbs to Vivian. Vivian a chance, goes to ground. Players throwing themselves on top of the ball. Through comes Carmen. The free kick will go against Carmen and be taken by
Featherby.
Featherby, is it?
Bit high, that hit.
Peter Featherby's kick out of the half-forward flank position. Fitzpatrick up, he takes it over the top there of Davies. Hand pass over to Hayes. Hayes on to Sidebottom. Sidebottom on to this player, that's Quartermain, and Quartermain's kick has hit the behind post.
Which is as good as out of bounds on the full, and South Australia will bring it in. This is the 11th time that Western Australia have kicked it out of bounds on the full. And there's been plenty of pressure put on them.
Anderson, high kick, grandstand half-back flank position. Davies there, couldn't judge it at all. Over the top, Michael Graham hasn't done very much today, been outpointed by Manning, but he turns around on this occasion, gets onto his right foot, kicks high, trying to find Robran. Well, there's a free kick to Barrie Robran against Green.
Yeah, Green keeping very, very close. After Barrie Robran kicked 3 goals in the first quarter, Green has been all over him in the last 2 quarters, has beaten him, but on that occasion gave away a free kick.
Drop kick.
Lovely kick.
Beautiful kick. Trying to find Carmen, couldn't do so. Punched out there by Davenport. Played well in the back pocket. Through comes Vivian. Overruns the ball. Taken now by Quartermain. Quartermain back to Peake. Peake the left foot kick in towards centre half forward. Neil Sachs is there. Hand pass over to Sonny Murray. To Anderson backing up. And South Australia work the ball out of the danger zone. Wide to the flank, but it's Davenport a long way out from his back pocket. Taking it on the half-back flank.
Come down with Daryl Cahill, and he goes to the other half-forward.
Hayes there, couldn't take it. Off hands, Mobbs there, gets it over to Vivian. Well played, Dean Mobbs, on that occasion. Vivian steadies in towards the big fella in Ottens, but it's Freddie Senior that wins out. He's the senior player on the ground too, Freddie Senior. Over to Captain Melrose, Graham Melrose. Drop kick from Melrose, and it's a beauty too. Ian Aitken said before he's the best drop kick in the league in WA, and he is. Taken there by Colby, but Colby will get the free kick at centre half-back.
Wasn't in possession of the ball, and he was tackled by number 17, Fitzpatrick.
10 points of difference now as Colby goes out and Davies left unattended on the centre wing. He's got time to take a bounce. Awkward looking kick from Davies. Falls into no man's land, and down comes Freddie Senior, takes it. On it goes. Hand passes over to Barry Peake. He immediately sets the West Australian side into attack. Looks down ground for a teammate, can't find one because Sonny Murray's playing too strongly in that back pocket. Finds Mobbs.
Mobbs has done a lot better since he's been in the centre of the ground. Shifted from half forward to centre, taking Carmen's place. Is starting to get kicks against Featherby.
Into towards the centre spot, behind is Peter Manning. Backed up nicely there by Hayes. Hayes is kicked down ground, taken by Graham Melrose. Melrose decided that he might like to go on with it, but changed his mind.
Wasn't allowed to. He was grabbed by Von Berto.
Kick from Melrose. Oh, it's a beauty. Giving George every chance, but Casey, he's a good player, Casey.
Casey shifted to full-back. Anderson, who had 4 goals kicked on him by George, is out in the back pocket.
Raking drop kick down ground by Casey, and it's been marked there by Cassidy.
One of the best players for South Australia, all over the ground. Has done a lot of constructive work. Took one on the hip then from number 17 in Fitzpatrick.
Looks down for Vivian. Vivian does well. Thought he marked that, but didn't evidently. Davies on to Von Berto. Von Berto runs in trouble, and that was Freddie Davenport. Does it very well. Over towards a teammate there in Monteith. Monteith around the corner. A good long kick down towards centre half forward. Behind, Sachs is dominating that position at the moment, or has been since the start of the third quarter. Colby's over there. Taken forward by Sikatosto. They hung onto him. Doesn't matter. Max George is there. So is Sikatosto. Around the corner he goes. Well done there by Sachs. But here's a chance. Side bottom lines up the goals. A beautiful flutter there by Sonny Murray. Listen to the crowd. They appreciate it. Sachs is over there as well. Sikatosto too slow. Taken by Sachs. Dominating the game. Sachs marked by Monteith.
Monteith, he's kicked 1 goal for Western Australia, right in the centre of the ground.
Monteith around the corner. Looks out here for Davenport. Featherby. For Featherby, I beg your pardon. Thanks, Ron Kitchen.
25th kick coming up, and he drives it right into the square.
Oh, it's a beauty. Down it goes. Sikatosto flew. Couldn't take the mark. Naturally enough, he's only 5'6". Von Berto boots it clear. Monteith's over there. Duck Green goes through. He'll be tackled by Robran. Couldn't get his kick in. He's a real scrambler, though, you reckon. Duck Green. Monteith gets it away.
Green again.
Hand pass is clear. Here he goes. Green sends the side into attack. Down towards the full forward spot. And that's the big ruckman down there.
Yes, forward comes across in front. Is it George?
Monteith, I think.
Monteith, is it? Now let's have a look at him. No.
Not at all. It's Max George. You're quite right, Wally, mate.
George in front and in front of Casey. Casey was shifted there after he kicked 4 goals against Anderson. And George, we know, can kick straight. He's not very far out. 30 metres, slight angle. Kicked 4 goals. He's on his way in.
Here, the pro South Australians. Well, that's a good kick from Max George. His 5th.
5 goals he's kicked, and it's 11 goals 9 for Western Australia, 11-13 South Australia, 4 points of difference, and George has had 5 kicks and he's kicked 5 goals, and that's not a bad effort in any way.
It's 100% effort, Wally, then.
Yes, he's had 5 nice marks and he's beaten 2 players to get those. Well, he's value for money any time you like. If they can get it to him often enough, they can pull this one out of the fire. 4 points behind Western Australia. South Aussie controlling the centre bounces. Let's watch this one. Not this
Ian
time.
Robinson. Western Australia get the tap away, taken by side bottom. Left foot kick by that player, high to the full forward position. Players manoeuvre themselves, and that's Maxi George again.
Oh, and he hit Casey in the middle of the back with the shoulder, shifted him forward. Casey, a South Australian player, appealed for the free kick. Didn't get it. George has kicked 5.
20 metres out, straight in front.
Well, it's 5 kicks for 5 goals. Well, let's have a look at it now. Carmen has gone to full forward. Ebert out to a half forward flank.
Oh, bad miss in by Maxi George.
Well, 6 kicks he's had now for 5 goals 1. And South Australia, sensing a bit of trouble, have put Carmen to full forward. He's got a good player to beat in Malaki, and already they're kicking one another as they walk down the ground. Ebert out to a half forward flank. He may get in the centre, but I don't think so, because Mobbs is getting kicks against Featherby.
Western Australia last one in Adelaide in 1938, 36 years ago. As the players go up, no one able to take it. Punched away then by Michael Graham. A chance now for Corns, been a quiet player in the last 2 quarters. Corns taken there by Peake, and he's been a solid player.
That's a good steady
15 metres against Mobbs, dragging Peake down.
Peake having to stand Vivian, hasn't had the better of the duel, but he's an honest player. 18 kicks and into the pocket it goes.
Players go up, no one able to take it. Chance now for Seacamp. Left foot kick from Seacamp. In towards Corns. Corns couldn't take it. Well played. Picked up now by Featherby. He's the danger player. Kicks in towards the full forward position, or nearly a mark to Quartermain. Taken off hands by Casey. Casey over to Vivian, and that's well done, Casey. 1 bounce to Vivian. 2 bounces. 3 bounces. Hear the crowd. In towards full forward. Shocking kick from Vivian, marked by Freddie Senior.
Senior's kick away to Manning. Now you can see Western Australia go into attack as Manning doesn't decide to bounce. He boots it down ground, looking for Hayes. Couldn't take it. Read well there by Sikakosto. Round the corner it goes. Taken there by side bottom. Oh, in Monteith very hard. Monteith over to side bottom now. Side bottom's kicked right up down towards the square. Melrose is over there. Knocked away there by Murray. Seacamp tackle. Wasn't too high. No, it's not. Umpire Robinson right on the spot. And what's he going to do?
Holding to the man, he says, and it's a baller. He's going to take control as well he might. There's the bounce.
3 points of difference. And Big Spry used his body well. Taken by Sikakosto. Wonderful smutter. Taken there by Sachs. Robran, Duck Green. Used his body well. Corns. Well done, Corns. Taken by Manning. Manning's kicked down towards the square. Melrose is over there. What a great job Murray's done all day long. Max George went in hard but dangerously, and the free kick will go to Brian Colby.
Colby gets on with the game now, directs it wide to Cahill. Cahill wide in a half-back flank position. Steadies, directs the ball, trying to find Ebert. Ebert opposed to Dennis Blair. Blair wins out, but runs the ball over the line, and there'll be a throw in at centre wing.
Ebert started at full forward. Now he's out on the half forward flank, and Carmen's at full forward, wheeling off the ground.
Players go up, taken by Featherby. Featherby's kick should be marked. It is by Alan Quartermain. He goes short, tries to find Sikakosto. Chance for WA now. Sikakosto's left foot snap in towards the goals, but that's just offline. And through 4, 1 behind.
11 goals 13 South Australia, 11-11 Western Australia, doing all the attacking, 2 points behind. There's not a lot in this game at all. And South Australia have got to find something. They've got a rearranged forward line, but they can't even get it down there to see if it'll work.
9 minutes into the last quarter. Channel 9 bringing you this game. Taken forward. A long throw there by number 19, who is Gary Sidebottom. And Neil Sachs really playing a good game and emerging as one of the best for South Australia. This time it'll be Seacamp to take the kick. On it goes. Now to Sachs. Sachs, very casual. Boots it down towards centre-half forward. Taken forward by Blair. Dennis Blair straight back down towards centre-half forward. Hayes is over there. He's a tight player, Hayes. He got a couple of hard knocks in the first half. This time it's Colby booting it clear, and a good mark taken back there by Freddie Davenport. Also one of Western Australia's best players.
Yes, playing in that back pocket and done the job well. He beat Robran then.
Davenport's kick straight back towards centre-half forward, and Sachs. By gee, I tell you what, you have to give him consideration for the Seiko watch.
It's got to be very, very close. Manning would be in for the Seiko watch. Malarkey would be in for the Seiko watch, and so would Sash. Neil Sash, centre-half back.
Back it goes. Knocked away there from, or played. Picked up there and kicked down by Nawati.
Sash
again by Sachs.
Yes, there's no centre-half forward and no shift by the West Australian coach. He's been beaten all day, Sidebottom.
Taken there by Sachs. Centre-half forward. Nawati appeared as though he could have pushed. There's Featherby. This time Sidebottom gets away but drops it. Out goes the hand pass. He's going to put Manning in lots of trouble, and Casserly will capitalise very quickly on this. Casserly's got it. A bullet-like hand pass goes over to Mobbs. Back it goes to Vivian. Seacamp's there if he wants to. But away goes Vivian. Sees a lead down ground, and Carmen.
Oh, beautiful! Tremendous mark. And Malarkey, not a chance in the world. Vivian's pass, tremendous. Oh, and Carmen's mark, miraculous. He was up there and the ball was gone. Malarkey couldn't do a thing about it. The shift of Carmen to full forward. The first time the ball goes there since he's been there, he marks it. 30 metres out, let's watch him.
They need a goal here, South Australia. They haven't got one, it's only 1 point.
11-14, that makes them an 11-11 Western Australia. 3 points the difference, but if they can get that ball down and he can go like that, there's a chance. He's kicked 1-1. The short pass is on. It's dangerous.
Oh, it's terribly dangerous.
To Nawati. Nawati able to get around his immediate opponent. Kicks down, trying to find Hayes, and Hayes has taken it. Well, judge mark then to John Hayes. Hand pass over to Manning. Poor old Manning. He's slowed up a bit now, Peter Manning. In there is Michael Graham. Gets it out. But it's over the shoulder. And a free kick will go the way of South Australia. Short to Ebert. Ebert replaced Wheelan at three-quarter time. Ebert's drop kick to Ottens.
Oh, beautiful kick. Well done, Wheelan. 2 position, centre-half forward, and Ottens marking exactly where Carmen was a minute ago, and South Australia looking good. They're passing tremendous. Vivian's pass was a good one, and Ebert's just then was a good one. The kick.
Casual kick. Players go high in the square, off hands and over the line.
Well, there's a throw in. 3 points the difference. South Australia in front.
No one able to get a tap away on that occasion. Snapped in towards the goals.
And a Barrie Robran, I think it was.
Was Robran.
Robran backing away from that pack then has kicked 3 goals, but on that occasion hit the top of the post, and it was a good snap.
Malarkey's kick trying to find Manning. No one able to take. It's a free kick to Manning. Well played, Peter Manning. He's been too much experience for Michael Graham today. Manning's kick trying to find Sidebottom. Sachs! Great leap then from Neil Sachs.
Sidebottom under that ball. Sachs beautifully judged.
Sachs's long torpedo punt kick in towards full forward. Robran.
Oh yes, and we haven't seen a lot of him, but from there in the first quarter he kicked 2 tremendous goals. Well, South Australia want one now because they're only 4 points in front. Robran, 3 goals on the board, centre half forward, coming in now.
1 point.
1 point, 11-16, that makes it an 11-11 Western Australia. 5 points the difference, and Malarkey to bring it back into play.
Goal to WA would be very handy now, Wally, if they put WA in front to see if South Australia could fight back. Players go up. Ebert takes it. Over the top of the pack, Russell Ebert. Carmen in the square. Davies down there also. Corns is down there. Ebert going for distance. Oh, beautiful kick from Ebert too. It's going to land in the square. Up goes Carmen. Davies. Who's it going to be paid to?
One of the two. They fought one another. Yards in front of their Western Australian opponents. And the number 17 takes it. And that is Davies, who's kicked one goal to South Australia. Well, 15, 20 metres out, very slight angle, and he kicks goals for Sturt. He's got to kick one for South Australia because they're only 5 points in front at the moment.
Shocker of a kick from Davies.
11-17, and they're 1 goal in front. 1 goal in front, South Australia, and time ticking away for Western Australia, who are beginning to tire. Their big fellows are dropping out of this game. Manning's tiring on a wing. Featherby we haven't seen as much of, and their legs are starting to go.
Malarkey bringing the ball back into play. Hollands is on for Western Australia now. Over there was Melrose, couldn't take it. Here comes Melrose now. Tapped it on very cleverly. Featherby on, did it very well, Featherby. The kick is not a good one. Vivian should mark and does. Vivian, he will be tackled. He's dragged by Sikakosto. Here's the chance now for Western Australia to go straight into attack. A bullet-like foot pass there by Melrose. I reckon he can't get Willie May.
Oh, that was tremendous. He's steady. Drove it like a bullet, and number 1, who's kicked 5 goals. He's kicked 5-1 from 6 kicks, as a matter of fact, George. Let out and took a nice mark. We've seen him kicking from there in this match. Centre half forward, 45 metres. 1 goal the difference. The kick's on its way. He's missed. 1 point it is. 5 points the difference. George, his accuracy falling away right when it's needed. From 7 kicks has kicked 5 goals and 2 behind. Well, there it is, and Western Australia are 5 points behind. That would have been a valuable goal. It would have made it even, Steve. Short pass comes out and finds number 18, Anderson, who's now in the back pocket, hits him right on the chest. Casey playing at full back.
Anderson goes on with the game, boots it straight in towards the centre spot. Bob's behind, and a mark there to up. No play on. Featherby boots it straight back down, and that man Sachs is there again.
Tremendous game at centre half back. A tremendous game he's played. Had 20 kicks and he drives it out to the wing.
Looking across there for Vivian, couldn't get it. Doug Green will have to go back and gain possession. He's got it, does well, Green. He's played well. Kicks down towards centre half forward, but poorly directed, and Sachs again.
Centre half back to centre half back.
Forward it goes. Robran tries to smother. He'll be tackled very quickly by Doug Green, but too high, and Robran to take the free kick.
Well, he's coming back into the game. He had a tremendous first quarter. Green tightened his game, beat him for 2, and Robran has come back in this last quarter. Not quite a damaging force, but he's getting kicks.
Kick this time from Robran is well out in front for Carmen, and Carmen's got a little bit too much freshness in his legs at the moment for Malarkey, who's tiring badly. Not a good kick there from Carmen. Von Berto in front. Von Berto kicks down ground. Ball bounces awkwardly. Hand pass is over. Davies is there. Tackled quickly. Back it goes towards Daryl Cahill. Malarkey keeps the pressure on Cahill. Well done. Nawati gets the ball out of play.
Malarkey can unbalance players. He runs into them and they go over, and he ran into Wheelan, and Wheelan's no longer on the ground.
Davies takes it.
Beautiful.
Well done to Cahill. Towards the square.
Good mark, Ottens. In front of senior, number 21. Had his big hands out there. He's taken quite a few marks, but he hasn't kicked any goals. 10 marks he's taken, quite a few of them in the forward pocket, but hasn't kicked well. Well, a goal now would just about seal it. Ottens, 20 metres out. Used to playing in a forward pocket for Sturt. Let's see what he can do.
Shouldn't have any trouble, and hasn't.
He put his first goal on the board, and now the difference is 1 goal and 5 behind. 2 straight goals needed by Western Australia, and time starting to tick away, and their legs starting to tire. South Australia looking to fit aside at the moment, with Carmen at full forward, going quite well against Malarkey. Robran starting to come into it just that little bit at centre half forward against Green. And in the centre, Mobs getting more kicks than Featherby. And these 3 players helping South Australia to pull this one out of the fire.
33,000 people here viewing the game as Fitzpatrick pushed it forward. Vivian's over there. Away goes Vivian again, having a good last quarter. Kicks it in towards Cahill, and a good mark taken there. No, not so. Play on, says the umpire. Dumped. Fitzpatrick's over there, taken by Vivian. Sidestep cleverly, tackled too high. Play on is a good decision. Dennis Blair there, Corn's there as well. Dean Mobbs is over there for South Australia, and he gets a free kick. And as Wally May has told you, this player giving South Australia plenty of drive. Featherby, a magnificent player in the first 3 quarters, or did most of his work really in the second and third quarter. And he still had 7 kicks this quarter.
Still playing well, but Mobbs is doing some damage now where Carmen wasn't even getting kicks.
It was a good kick from Mobbs. Right down towards the line it goes. In fact, it goes through for 1 point.
It's 1 point, and that makes now 12 goals 18, plays 11 goals 12. 2 goals the difference now, a little bit harder for Western Australia. Malaki comes to the grandstand side.
Good kick there too. Robran thumps it clear. That's a good one. Ebert's got the opportunity. The ball bounces very nicely for Russell Ebert. Down to Carmen, and Carmen takes the mark well in front of Gary Malaki.
Carmen's doing something that Wheelan did. Carmen is leading, using his pace, using his beautiful ball sense, and Malaki can't do much with him. Carmen now has kicked what? 1 goal. He's on his way in.
Oh, it's a good kick from Carmen.
2, a beauty. Straight through the centre, torpedo punt, a magnificent kick. He's kicked 2 goals, 1 now, and there's 3 goals the difference, and Western Australia losing the grip on this game. It's slipping away from them, and that one was the coffin nail and the finish as far as I'm concerned. South Australia playing well. They're playing well right down the centre of the ground. Sash centre half back, a good, tremendous game. Mobbs, a good game in the centre of the ground. Robran coming good at centre half forward, and Carmen going well at full forward in this last quarter.
There you saw a bit of pressure applied by Malaki against the full forward and Carmen. And Melrose kicking it down towards the half-forward flank. Seacamp in front, knocked away very nicely there. Monteith, who's now playing at centre half-forward, but interferes with Neil Sachs. That's a great number of kicks that Sachs has had this afternoon. 22 kicks. This time it's been marked back there by Barry Peake.
Peake, who's played an honest game against Vivian on the wing.
Good kick down towards centre half-forward, knocked back over the top. The opportunity for Murray. Plenty of South Australian players out there now. Castley there, well met, nicely done. Dropped by Daryl Cahill, you saw that very well.
Hollands, the player that did it. Hollands came on in the last quarter.
He's a good footballer, Hollands. Magnificent drop kick. Centre half forward, George from behind, but the man in front taking the mark for South Australia is Colin Casey.
Casey, who's at full back. That's work. Casey playing well at full back. Sash centre half back playing well also. Short pass.
Short kick out towards Sonny Murray. Most of the fire got out of the West Australian players at the moment. Davies over the top there, couldn't take it. Doesn't know where the ball is. David Hollands is over there. Around the corner comes Peter Vivian. Good kick forward. Doug Green, through he goes. Right. He's played well, Doug Green, one of Western Australia's best, even though he hasn't had a lot of kicks. Murray tapped it clear, taken by Colby. Over towards Seacamp, who will be met and met well. Didn't retard him, didn't stop him. A good one on from Quartermain. Here's the opportunity. Player there, on, and Max George has kicked his 6th.
Well done, Max George. 6-2. He's kicked from 8 kicks. 6 goals 2 at full forward. He beat Anderson, and he's beginning to get on top of Casey. He's kicked 2 goals against Casey in this quarter, and that's not a bad effort. 6 goals 2 from full forward, 8 kicks. 12-12 they are. They're trailing South Australia 13-18. 2 goals the difference, South Australia in front.
Quartermain off, and that means that Shields will come on. Bob Shields, a former West Australian captain.
Well, this is not a bad move. Fresh legs definitely needed. You can see this Western Australian side starting to come back. It's worth a try.
Davies over the top. Fitzpatrick taken by Graham. Tackled high, ducked into it.
Dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball, and a darn good decision there from Ian Robinson, who's umpired very well.
No argument there.
Melrose. Not Melrose at all. Yes, it is. Of course it is. Good kick down there. Here's the opportunity for Hayes. Doesn't know where to go. Smothered. Well done. Back goes Hayes. Taps it out. Here's the chance now. Featherby's over there. Gives it over. Hollands. Beautiful smother. Wonderful smother there by Sachs. Hand pass out. Here's a chance now for Sikakosto. He'll have to get past Seacamp. He does it well. Screws it round the corner. George is over there, and Murray. Oh, wonderful.
Well judged. Casey and George wrestle. Murray takes the ball.
Boots it clear. Here's the opportunity. Knocked away. A long hand pass from Daryl Cahill to Mobs. And South Australia stream into attack. Out towards Robran, a beauty.
Magnificent pass and a tremendous lead. And Mobs playing well in the centre. And there it goes from Robran.
A good long left foot
Carmen.
from Robran. Carmen. Malaki lost ground there.
Tried to hold him back and he's not good enough.
Plays on very quickly to Ebert. Senior arrives late. And Ebert now in front. And only 30 metres out. Plays on very quickly. South Australia got players going down around all the time. And obviously didn't hear the call from his teammate.
3 players there. 3 of them and they spoiled one another. And out of bounds it goes. Throw in right alongside the behind post.
Fitzpatrick, big one away there from Freddie Senior. Here's the opportunity. In play it is. Bonberto tackled and dropped the ball.
Yes, and it was a good tackle. Number 5 was the tackler, Melrose. He's the drop kick. A beautiful drop kick, but he's got slower and slower as the game's gone on. He was hit a couple of times hard.
Graham Melrose, skipper. Fitzpatrick, good mark. He played a good first quarter, Fitzpatrick.
He hasn't been their worst player by any means.
On it goes to Featherby.
Got to get a free kick. Ebert hit him in the front.
No problems. Peter Featherby. Kick.
Play on.
Been signalled on. And he'll now get another kick.
He pulled a Carmen then, let the ball go, and was tackled without possession.
And this is kick number
22. 23, 24.
Seacamp there. Kick number 32 it was, taken there by Seacamp. Seacamp comes clear. Or they're very tight, West Australia at the moment. Graham's got it.
Beautiful mark, Graham.
Graham plays on quickly, looks across there for Robran. Senior will have to come at him and does do it too. But Robran too brilliant on that occasion. Carmen over there. Malaki taps it clear. He's a good player, Malaki. Couldn't pick it up that time. Backed up admirably. Good play there by Quartermain. Taken forward. Blair. Bonberto. Round the corner goes Bonberto. Over to Carmen, and Carmen marks in the left full forward pocket.
Played Bonberto then. Game. He came straight at that ball. He had to run the risk, turned right round. Carmen had drifted away from Malaki, and Carmen, who's done a good job since he's been at full forward, has kicked 2 goals. He kicked a beautiful goal from this position in this quarter. We saw it go through. You watch this kick.
Carmen didn't quite come back enough at 1 point.
Went the wrong way, but the sting going out of the game. 13-19 South Australia. They're in front of Western Australia, 12-12. 1 goal, 7 the difference. Malaki comes to the grandstand side.
27 minutes into the last quarter.
Ebert. Tremendous mark over the top.
Big kick back towards the square. Players leaping high. Carmen couldn't take it. He curls around the corner. Has a snap over his shoulder the wrong side. West South Australia doing all the tackling at the moment. Now we'll watch this. The ball will be brought back into play. Gary Malaki. Malaki's kick, a good one. Oh, beautiful kick. Still kicking well. Mobs over the top, couldn't take it. Knocked down there by Peake. Taken forward by Vivian. Still run left in his legs. Taken there by Ebert. Ebert back it goes. Good play over to Corns. They get this goal, South Australia. You can put your glasses down. It's all over. They haven't won this game here. They haven't won since 1938, Western Australia, and they won't win this afternoon. Magnificent play there by Corns, and perfectly set up by Ebert, and that's Corns' second goal. Hasn't been one of Graham Corns' great games today. He's only had 11 kicks, but he's been there and been there when he's been needed. Back with umpire Roberts. 14-20 to 12-12. 20 points of difference. Bonberto. Round the corner goes Bonberto's kick. Underneath it, Nawadi. Nawadi plays on very quickly. Looks out here for Hayes. Couldn't take it. Seacamp. No disgrace in his state debut, Seacamp. He's played well. Ebert's over there. That time the kick from Seacamp was slightly offline and angled out of play. Boundary umpire gets a little bit of work. And we've been going for 29 minutes. Dean Ottens. Good game from Dean Ottens this afternoon. He'll be opposed by Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick got it. Manning, who had a brilliant first 3 quarters, took its toll. Robran. Hayes. Manning. Duck Green, but he's out of play. Western Australia centre half back. I'd rate his performance as full of merit. Played on there, the brilliant Barrie Robran, reputed as one of the best footballers in Australia. In fact, the best. Casserly, oh, what a beautiful tap. That's it, it's all over for Western Australia. Again, their pilgrimage to the southern states hasn't been a successful one, but they certainly played well. The final scores: South Australia 14 goals 20, 104, defeated a very gallant Western Australian side 12-12-84, a margin there of 20 points in favour, and there's one of the best players going off the ground, and Neil Sachs and Tony Casserly. You've been viewing this game, and there's the successful South Australian coach Michael Patterson. You've been viewing this game on Channel 9. Your commentators this afternoon have been Wally May, Ron Kitchen, and this is Ian Aitken saying good evening to you. Down. You down there, Johnny?